Hello and welcome to this beginner's Photoshop tutorial, where we will explore Photoshop tools for the absolute beginner. Hi, I'm Ehsan. I will be guiding you through this tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, and I will do my best to answer all your questions. And if you find this tutorial useful and want to see more, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow, so we can bring you more amazing tutorials. Please note, this is the second part of the Photoshop Tools tutorial. You can follow the link in the description to watch part 1 first, if you haven't watched it yet. Okay, let's get started. Part 2. The Frame Tool. You can use the Frame Tool to draw placeholder frames that you can fill with images. When you click to select the Frame Tool from the Tool Options bar, you can choose a rectangle or an elliptical frame option. Click and drag on the canvas to create the frame placeholder. If you hold Shift as you click and drag, you can create a square or circle. Next, you can click and drag an image from the libraries if you have created a library, or go to the File menu and scroll down to Place Embedded. Choose an image from your computer and click Place. The image will automatically be resized to fit the placeholder. Notice in the Layers panel, the layer has two thumbnails, one for the frame and one for the image. And you can make either of them active to adjust or edit. You can also make both of them active, so you can click and drag to reposition them anywhere on the canvas. Because the Frame Tool has only rectangle or elliptical options, this makes the tool good enough for most purposes. But you can use a simple trick to explode your options. You can use the Shape tool to draw any shape, including the Custom Shape tool, which has many shapes options. But it also allows you to import many more shapes. This opens up unlimited options for you. For example, you can import any image through the Custom Shape tool, convert it into a frame, and then place any image into it. Okay, let's have a think about this for a minute. Basically, this means, instead of just a rectangle or circle, you can have any shape to use as a frame. Let's have an example of using this simple trick. Select the Custom Shape tool. Click and drag on the canvas to create the shape. Right-click on the Custom Shape layer and convert it to a frame. Then we're in business. We can now embed any image into the converted frame. Okay, let's have another example. You can use the Polygon tool to create a polygon. Convert it to a frame, and then embed an image into it. You can see how this can be a great idea to add your own special images into your design. And the best thing is, it only takes a few minutes to do it. The Eyedropper Tool. You can use the Eyedropper Tool to sample colors anywhere from an image and add it to your color swatches. You can switch between the foreground and background by pressing the X key on your keyboard, and both colors can be changed using the Eyedropper Tool. By default, the color sampling is set to point sample, which means the Eyedropper Tool will select the color of the exact point you click on. If for whatever reason, you want to select a combined area of the adjacent pixels to the point you select, then you can choose a different option from the drop-down menu. Photoshop will average the colors of the pixels you select and give you a different color from the point you click on. You can sample a color from an image, your color picker, or swatches. If you want to pick a color from outside Photoshop, click and hold on the canvas. Move the eyedropper to where you want to choose the color from. For example, here, I have some images from pixabay.com, and as I move the eyedropper over the images, you can see the color changing on the color picker. When I stop holding the mouse button, the current color will be selected. In the Tools options bar, you can check or uncheck the Show Sampling Ring box to toggle the sampling ring on or off. When you click on a color, the ring shows you two colors inside the ring. The top color is the current color you selected, and the bottom color is the previous one. If you wanted to go back to the previous color, click and hold the left mouse button as you move, until the two colors inside the ring match. The Spot Healing Brush Tool. You can use the Spot Healing Brush Tool to remove blemishes or unwanted spots in an image. I will add a new layer, and select the Spot Healing Brush Tool from the Tools bar. Next, ensure Sample All Layers is checked. Select Content Aware Type and Normal Mode. Choose a soft brush, around 15% hardness, and you can adjust the brush size by pressing the straight brackets on your keyboard. Zoom in on the parts you want to work on, and just click on the blemishes individually to remove them. Photoshop uses the surrounding pixels to blend in each blemish. We can hide and show the new layer to see the before and after. The Spot Healing Brush Tool is an amazing and easy tool that lets you do magic within seconds. The Brush Tool. You can use the Brush Tool to paint over parts of your image. You can choose the size of the brush and the hardness. Select the color you want to use and start painting. You can also right-click inside the canvas to access the same brush drop-down menu. You can change the brush size from this menu, or as we explored previously, you can use the straight brackets on your keyboard to change the brush size. The hardness affects the edges of the brush. 0 hardness gives you a very soft edge brush, and 100% gives you very hard edges. If you press Ctrl plus Option and click and drag on Mac, or Alt plus right-click and drag on PC, you can adjust the brush size when dragging horizontally, and the brush hardness when dragging vertically. This is also much better, as you can see the size and hardness of the brush instantly, as you're adjusting the brush size and hardness. This shortcut can save you a lot of time when working with the brush tool. There are a few special effects brushes that you may find useful. Just create a duplicate of your layer first, then you can experiment with all the different brushes. Then you can delete the new layer when you finish experimenting. The Clone Stamp Tool. Next is the Clone Stamp Tool, which is very useful and allows you to take a sample of any part of your image and expand it to the adjacent area. For example, if I wanted to remove the shadows and the stones on the sand, I would select the Clone Stamp Tool, then press and hold the Alt or Option key, and click where I want to take a sample, then start slowly painting on the adjacent area to change it. I may need to take several samples to get the job done. Patience is required when dealing with large areas. But you can achieve the results you want. Depending on your image, you may also need to experiment with the size of your brush before you take a sample to clone. I hope you found this tutorial useful. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be notified when I release the remaining parts. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next tutorial.